since I'm new to these parts, a thing to know about me is I am a millennial. Yeah. Are there any other millennials in the house tonight? Ooh, nice. Maze balls. Your emergency package of avocado, a therapist, and ibuprofen is under your seat. Therapists, famously compact. Expandable. That's why we call them shrinks. I'm not sorry. But I know. Some of y'all are looking at me and thinking, yeah, I'm millennial. Millennial, that tracks. I've seen you strutting about like you rent the place. But some others may be thinking, actually, I don't know. Where are your skinny jeans? And both of those are correct. That is correct analysis. Because I'm actually what we call a stealth millennial. Yeah, I was born in the 80s, but my parents were 50 when I was born. Which makes me a millennial, but with like boomer rising. And that's a whole vibe. Which means that I am on TikTok, but I also turn the volume down so I can see. But truthfully, friends, 50 years is a huge age gap. It's half a century, right? And my dad was raised in World War II. I was raised on Street Fighter II. My parents grew up with the Iron Curtain. We grew up with the weighted blanket. And my parents' generation, they put men on the moon. We put men on a podcast. It's a totally different world. And I mean it in many ways. For example, growing up, it's like we spoke totally different languages. I remember in the 90s, we were all repeating things off of the TV from like Seinfeld and Bart Simpson, you know? Going around saying, eat my shorts, and no soup for you. No soup for you, which was supposed to be devastating. But it didn't work on my parents as it was supposed to, because they were like, yes, we tried that during the war. It was called rationing, and it wasn't great. I remember my younger brother once trying to tell my mother, Mom, it's a clapback. Oh, you don't know anything. And that didn't work either, because to my parents, clapback meant, well, to us a clapback is a devastatingly clever retort. But to them, a clapback meant they'd got gonorrhea. Again. My father recently learned what a glow-up is, which was a fun conversation for everyone, because until he learned that it meant a makeover, and then what a makeover is, he thought it meant that someone had bombed Hiroshima. Again. But truthfully, though I joke, you know, it was really awesome having older parents. They were totally fucking calm, very experienced, and they treated us as some sort of combination of a science project and an alien culture. There was really only one problem, truthfully, or difficulty rather, and that's that you couldn't really rebel. Like, you could try pushing back, but they just weren't up on the trends. They were still stuck on the dangers of women wearing pants. And doctors who don't smoke. I recall once coming home late from a concert and being very proud and being like, Mom, Dad, guess who hitchhiked home by themselves last night? Booyah. What do you make of that? And I remember my mother looking at me just very calm, being like, please tell me it wasn't rock and roll. That vulgar pounding devil's music will damage your brain. Like, no, it's the hitchhiking you're supposed to be worried about. The stranger danger, you know, alone by myself. Well, yeah, that's it for me. I've been Sonya. Thank you for tolerating me.